All right, so the power of journaling. There's been studies done time and time again. You can search this on ChatGPT, on Google, the power of writing down your goals, the power of journaling, study writing your goals down, any type of formation of that, you can look this up. There's studies done with statistical data that show that individuals who write their goals down versus the ones who don't are at least 33% more likely to achieve those goals. So the power of writing down your goals, the power of journaling is a vehicle, is a practice to fulfillment, to becoming your best version of yourself. So I want to go over my practice, what I've done throughout the years. I've tried many forms of journaling. The one that I always go back to is this format right here. And I want to pass it on to you as it has been passed on to me, and it's been very effective. Every time I get consistent with journaling in the morning and at night, I feel the most powerful. I feel the most in alignment. I feel the most in control of myself and my life. So all these things lead to more wellness, more prosperity, more growth, more health, more strength, more power, more of the things that you want in life, the joy, the quality of relationships, love in your life, all these things. So that being said, let's get into it. Number one is the tool, the actual notebook. I recommend getting a moleskin notebook. These things are durable, they're quality, it represents who you are and what you're becoming. So get something that will stand the test of time. I've had this indoors, outdoors, in the rain, and all over the place, and this thing is very durable. I take this with me to jot down notes, to write down things that I learned throughout the day, and also to reflect upon. So moleskin notebook is my first recommendation. Second is the format and how you write these things down. So you can see right here, this is the first page. So this would be my left side of the binder of the notebook. And I write down the date and the actual date. So Wednesday, July 3rd being today. And then I write down what I am grateful for. So I write down some simple things, usually some things that just kind of pass us in the day to day. That's things that we take for granted. And as we start to build awareness around us for the things that we are grateful for, we start to appreciate the bigger things in life. So if you can pay attention and appreciate the little things, you're going to appreciate life as a whole. So things that I was grateful for that I wrote down this morning: my beeswax candle, or I say the beeswax candle, to kind of detach myself away from belongings so that I'm not so emotionally attached to it. Little things like that. So I'm grateful for the beeswax candle, for having FaceTime with my girlfriend, her input. I'm appreciative of my son's awareness. He gave me thanks for something yesterday that we got him set up for his friend's sleepover, and we got some things to really just make it a little bit more special, and he was really grateful for that. So I was grateful for that. And then also grateful for time to myself, to have this time to be able to write and reflect and practice gratitude. And then what I go into is, today I will win the day by. And so after I'm grateful for and list out 3 to 10 things, from there, your next section will be right here, grateful for, and then today I will win the day by, and then I create a checklist right here. And so I have attend a meeting, complete an offer, and take care of a project that Aurelius and I have been working on, my son. So I check those off throughout the day. This is why I keep it with me. It's real-time tracking. Like, it's a part of me, right? And it takes us away from the digital technological life that we have and puts it pen to paper, which is very powerful. Then the next section below that, give a little space, and I write down, I helped others by. And this is foreshadowing. This is putting you in the state of mind of being in servitude, to be a servant, to be helpful to others. As we as men are more valued, or have more utility, have the ability to help others, we ourselves become more valuable, and there's a subconscious imprint that it increases your own self-worth. As you improve your own self-worth, you improve your value and how much you earn and how much abundance you have in your life positively. So I helped others by, and then I'll leave space to write down. My goal is 3 things that I can write down at the end of the day to reflect upon things that I've helped out others with. And you can write it down in real time, or you can write it at the end of the night, which I recommend. Others helped me by is the next section. So another thing is to be appreciative and aware of people helping you out. As a leader, as somebody who takes the bull by the horns, as a loner, as a black wolf, as an individual who is at the top of the totem pole, you need to be aware of how others are helping you, and you need to take time to appreciate that. And that in turn will allow you to delegate and allow others and trust others by trusting yourself to help them help you. We all need help. We all need support. We all need somebody to have our back. So acknowledging that is a very, very powerful tool, especially for individuals like us. Then the last point is I learned. So the last section right here. So you got that help, I helped, others helped me, and then I go at the bottom, I learned. And then I'll put down quotes or things that I researched, and it could be 3 things, it could be 10 things, it could be a whole nother page right here. But point being is that you're writing down things that you want to solidify and that you want to remind yourself of. And then what I do on the other page, so this is my journaling, and then on here, I'll actually write down my affirmations. I call them I am affirmations, which I'll go into in another video, another training of how I develop my affirmations and what makes sense to me. But I'll write down several different affirmations, some personal, some business related, some just holistically related, general overview of life, and some very, very specific. But it's bringing that end goal in mind and bringing the feeling out, and then living in that way, thinking in that way. And as you think, you so will do. You'll act in a certain way, which produces a certain result, right? So if you're thinking more positively and more in alignment with those goals, you're going to take action in alignment with those goals, and thus, lo and behold, you start creating things that you have up here, start putting it down on paper, and it starts being created in reality. You start attracting it. So that's it for journaling. That's the overview here. So just to recap, moleskin notebook. Every day in the morning, I recommend getting your water in, getting your protein in, and then taking 10-15 minutes to journal out your day. And so start with what you're grateful for. List 3 things at least, could be more, that you're very grateful for. Some little things, could be big things, all in between. Then follow up with, today I will win the day by, and list out at least 3 things that you can control. I can control attending the meeting. I can control completing the offer. I can control helping Aurelius with XYZ, right? So have some targets in mind. Then follow up with, I helped others by, and then you're gonna, at the end of the day, ideally, you can do this at any time, but the bookmarks of the day are the most powerful for implanting into the subconscious. In the morning and before bed, if you can implant and recite and recall the day, if you can implant, recite, and recall the things that you're grateful for, the things that you did throughout the day, the things that you accomplished, the things that you learned, you're going to embed that into your subconscious and program your mind to be more automated in that way that you're creating or intend to aim for, right? So at the end of the day, review how you helped others, review and write down how others helped you, and then review and write down what you learned today. And if you have trouble recalling this, it's okay. You're going to get better at it through consistency. You're going to be able to recall your day better. You're going to be more aware, more present, and thus you're going to be able to make better decisions going forward. And I recommend at the end of the day to write down how you're going to win the next day, and then rewrite it the next morning. Right? So plan out your day the next day and say, I want to accomplish this, I want to accomplish that, I want to accomplish this. And you're going to embed it into your subconscious before bed, sleep on it, and it's going to be orchestrating and creating the day for you ahead of time. And then it could be as simple as start off with your journal. That's a win right then and there. And as you automate that, it will become a natural way of being. And then thus you can move on to the next task and add another win that you will accomplish throughout the day. And then, as I said, on the other page, you can write down your I am affirmations, and you can take up as much space or little space as you need. But I tend to find that filling up these 2 pages for the day has been very, very effective. Sometimes I'm only filling out the 1 page. Sometimes I don't fill out everything and just life gets in the way and I allow it to get in the way. But when I do accomplish this and I'm intentional about it, I'm much more effective in every way possible. And then the most important piece actually out of all this, just a cap to put the cherry on top, is to review this weekly and monthly. So look at your week and what you learned. The biggest insights that I gained from this is what I learned. Those are the biggest insights. I can review everything, but I really gravitate towards what I learned day in and day out. And when I can look at the end of the week and do a weekly recap on a Sunday and write down the same type of format, but then really spend time on regurgitating what you learned and putting that on paper and taking the key highlights from that, it's going to translate into planning your week. It's going to be translating into planning your life ahead. It's going to influence your affirmations and everything else going forward. So hopefully this makes sense, and let me know if you have any questions. Put this into action right away. Order a Moleskine notebook or go grab one right away and start putting pen to paper. You're going to be better for it, and your life is going to be better for it, and you're going to be 33% more likely to accomplish your goal. And I think it's much higher than that when you actually start journaling and make that a life practice, because we're looking for true transformation. We're looking to really change who you are and what you are and how you live and your life as a whole. And journaling is really a key that I don't think anybody can look at and go, that's not for me, or that's not going to be effective. It's kind of the saying, if you don't have time to meditate, you need to spend, if you don't have 10 minutes to meditate, you're going to need to spend 2 hours meditating. Well, the same thing goes for journaling. If you don't have time to journal, you need to start writing a book, right? So this is just really just a general practice that takes 10-15 minutes in the morning, 10-15 minutes at night, to yourself, by yourself, with yourself, to be able to create the life for everybody and anything around you. And you're going to be better for it, and everybody else around you is going to be better for it too. So get to journaling, give me feedback, give me any types of questions or suggestions or experiences you have, and especially share the wins that you're creating from journaling. I'll see you soon. Take care.